And I have how many minutes to do this? As much as they will stay. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I am blocking it, and I will move it this way. Boom. We're good? Yeah. Okay. So Joe's asked me to share with you guys. Today's topic is. I need the clicker. Thank you. Forgot about that. Today's topic, I think the agenda was making 7 figures in real estate, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So, how to make 7 figures in real estate? That's the beginning. The ultimate goal is, and then have an amazing life. Because what's the point of making all the money and not being able to spend time with your family, your friends, your church, your community, your temple, whatever it is that you want to do? Okay? And I have 15 minutes to share with you how you're going to make 7 figures in real estate. I usually teach these courses.
Can we vote? We say that we'll go to 2:15, everyone? So yeah,
if you allow me to, an extra 15 minutes, I will be able to slow down a little bit and maybe dive a little bit deeper. How's that sound? Okay. All right. So most of you might be sitting here thinking, I'm good. I'm going to show up today with Joe and he'll feed me nice Wagyu burger. Maybe I'll get a referral, maybe I'll make a new friend, but I'm good. I don't need change anymore. I've been doing what I've been doing forever and I'm good. Here's the question for you. If you're good, if you stop working tomorrow and you don't reduce your quality of life, you don't move from your beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 3,000 square foot home, 2-car garage to live underneath a bridge. How many more days will you have to live the life that you want? Do that math tonight. Do the math later on today. And then ask yourself, am I good? What if you stop working tomorrow, or what if on my flight home tomorrow to Boston, my plane goes down? Is my family good? Are my kids good? How will that change your perspective about I'm good? I'm content. I'm successful. Yes, I'm so successful. You're so successful. You all look good, smell good, look great. Showed up in a nice car, live in a nice house. So if you're successful, most people says, one day I'm going to be successful. Okay, when you're successful, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do next? If you're successful, why not do it now? Why not give of your time to a community group, to a nonprofit organization, to give of your church, to give money away? Last night, we went to Joe's party, right? Thank you for hosting a beautiful party last night. This woman, at about 10:30, walks into the room, Vietnamese old woman. Man, she reminded me of my mom. Because my mom worked her tail off when she came here, working 2 jobs, cleaning toilets, hospital beds, whatever she did to raise 8 kids by herself. This woman comes walking in with a basket of roses and flowers. And she's going table to table, and I'm like the 4th guy that she comes to, and she's, hey, today's been slow for me, can you please buy? Whatever her story is, maybe it's a pitch, I don't know. I says, how much for the whole thing? So you can go home and spend time with your family. Because she's at least 72 years old, right? Right? And she says, $120. Like, boom, $120. You go home. Spend time with your family. And I just gave the flowers to the ladies. Because if you're good and you see someone struggle like that, how can you make a difference in life? Do what you want to do now. Give to your community now. Travel the world now. Invest globally now. Help people now. Right? Today I'm going to go through the beginning stages of making 7 figures. Then we'll go through intermediate levels. And And then I'm gonna get to advanced. I want you to graduate from beginner, intermediate, and then advanced. And some of this advanced stuff is really advanced. I only have 15 minutes left, so I gotta go fast. I teach these courses for weeks on end, and months and years on end. Okay? So the beginning agent, let's say you want to make 7 figures, and today $1 million is not enough, guys. Right or wrong?
Right.
20 years ago, $1 million might be good. But today, $2 million just is the beginning of being a true millionaire. So as a beginner, if you were to save $25,000 last year, we all just finished our taxes, or maybe some of us just did an extension, right? And we still haven't filed it yet, right? But let's assume for those who, when you complete your taxes, look in your bank account. Are you $25,000 richer this year than you were last year? If you did, if you are, congratulations. It would take you the next 80 years to save $2 million in your bank account. And at $2 million in the bank account, if you get a good money manager or fund manager who takes care of your investments, takes the 10% management fee, and yields 6% return, that's a pretty good money manager. He'll send you $120,000 a year to live off of, which is $10,000 a month. You're good. Can you survive with $10,000 a month here in Orange County? Maybe. If you sell your 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home and downsize to a 1-bed because your kids are off to college, you don't need a big house anymore. You justify to yourself, let me just downsize my quality of living, and I can live on $10,000 a month. So as a real estate agent, if you clear $10,000 per deal and you're able to save 10%, most agents can't save 10%. You save $1,000 on each and every deal. It'll take you 25 closings per year times 80 years to get to $2 million. So are you good?
I'm good.
You're good. That's why he's running for office. Because he's giving back. I like that. Right? Running for office, giving back to our community, making a change. I love that. Okay?
Or you can go to Vegas.
And lose $200,000. Whoever it was, lose $200,000 and not worry about it. Just blink an eye. All right. So, if you make enough to put $2 million away, you'll earn $120,000 per year, right? Where am I going backwards? Okay. So, if you're really good, maybe some of you says, you know, I'm an investor. I can get more than 6%. I can get 12%. Cool. Well, if you get 12%, then you earn $240,000 a year. Now we're talking. Now you have $20,000 per month in passive mailbox money. Whether you work or not tomorrow, you get $20,000 deposit in your bank account each and every month. That's cool, right? Yeah. So agents, just ask yourself, now you're selling $1 million deal, and $1 million deal yields you $20,000. And if you're really disciplined, you save 10%, boom, you're on the 20-year plan if you close 50 deals a year. We have agents who close 50 deals a year, right? Andy will close 50 deals a year. My team closes more than 50 deals a year. Garrick closes 64 deals a year. It's possible. Joe started earlier today saying, look around you. Is this industry extremely competitive or what? I will promise you, I'm not wrong, 10% of you will close in this room, if we're lucky, 50 deals a year. 90% are not. That's what Joe's statistics say. According to NAR, it's actually 93.7. The top 7% of real estate professionals earn 93% of the income in this industry. That leaves the 93% scraping to get by with the 7% of income that's left. That's the beginner. Let's get you to the intermediate level. Leverage. Everyone who talked about earlier, all the speakers today talked about leverage, leverage, leverage. There again, leverages TikTok, so you can create one video to get 6,000 views, right? 2,000 views, right? Andy did the same thing. One YouTube video gets 6,000 views. That's leverage. What are you doing to leverage your time, your energy, your resources? Okay? So, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start, the next step for agents is, you've heard this before, help people buy and sell houses, and in the meantime, try to buy one a year for yourself, right? We're helping people become millionaires. Why not we become millionaires at the same time? By using other people's money, leverage. Loan direct is a way to use OPM, leverage his money to buy more property, to yield investments for yourself. So you don't need $2 million to go out and buy a cash deal. You might need 30% if your credit is bad. You might just need 10% if your credit is great. You may be buying using other people's money and leverage to buy property. Okay. Something really quick. This is my last deal here in Massachusetts. I flip about 6 houses a year still. All right, and I always buy one and keep one every year. I've been in the business now for 17 straight years. Just do the math. It's not a lot, but it's a lot of leverage. Okay. I bought this house in the middle of a war zone. For those who want to learn how to do Airbnb and get massive returns, talk to me. I buy properties in C and B grade areas, not A grade area, because that's way too competitive. People in the B and C areas still vacation. My family, when we were living on welfare, I'm proud of it because we got off of it quick. We still vacationed. So this thing is in the middle of a B grade property, next to a hospital right down the street, next to a whole bunch of universities, a whole bunch of hotels, and I bought this bad boy all in. I bought it for $160,000. I put $200,000 in. This is last year's project. My equity was basically 20% between 10% down payment and the cash to renovate, blah, blah, blah. It's now clearing $8,000 a month. My monthly net on that thing is just $2,000 a month. My gross $10,000 a month. So I put $72,000 down to yield $96,000. That is 128% return. This is not an Airbnb thing. I teach a whole Airbnb thing, but that's leverage. That's graduating from beginner level to intermediate level. I had breakfast with a power broker this morning before this meeting, and I asked the power broker here, can I get returns like this? And they said it's possible if you don't go to the $1 million neighborhoods. I said, I don't want to go to $1 million neighborhood. I want you to identify a property near hospitals, near universities, near a lot of hotels. Get me one that's in the $500,000 to $6,000 range, and I might be able to get that type of yield. So you guys have that. So they're working right now to find me something. So I plan to come back to California a lot. Okay? And you can do it with rental property. You can do it with commercial property. You do it any which way you want. This is just one example. You understand? But you gotta start building your own portfolio. Another way that people might be leveraged is to leverage leverage. Now this is getting really advanced. First you use leverage, then you leverage leverage. What the heck does that mean? Well, being a business owner is leveraging leverage, right? First you open up a restaurant. At first you might work behind the bar, and you might be in the kitchen at the same time. You're running back and forth. By the time you get it done, you get the systems in place and you hire the bartender. Then you put a POS system in and you hire the chef. And now you're sitting back and you're making sure that everyone's doing their job, and you're leveraging the business, and the business is leveraging the team members, and you're sitting back and collecting, $1 in every drink that they sell, and you don't have to do anything anymore. That's leverage, right? Business owners have employees, that's leverage. Right? So, build a business or run a business. One way or another, you have to be business owners. We're in the land of freedom, land of opportunity. There's so many opportunities out there. Be a Mark Zuckerberg, be a Elon Musk, be a whatever. But what are the chances of you and me being one out of the 10 million who actually comes up with a brilliant idea to do that? Chances are nobody in this room is ever going to be an Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. If you think you're that person, fine, I'll invest in you tomorrow. I bet you most people here would. Yeah, right? So run a business or businesses, right? Many successful people have multiple businesses, multiple streams of income, right? So in real estate, for me, I'm gonna basically bring it all back because I'm so proud of what I'm doing now. I'm 54 years old, almost 55. Been in the business world now as an adult for almost 35 years. Had my first business when I was 12 years old. So I've been an entrepreneur for my whole life. And I'm telling you, what I'm doing now is absolutely amazing with EXP. EXP Realty, EXP Commercial, EXP Global. And I tell everybody, including our founder and including our CEO, Ron Sanford and Jason Guessing, that if there's ever another platform that comes along that crushes this platform, I'm leaving and I'm taking my 1,500 agents with me. 1,500 agents, 37 states, 5 countries. I'll take them all. If we can't keep up and be the best of the best of the best in this industry. So for me, it's real estate. For you guys, I think you're in the room, you gotta be associated with real estate or another. To understand to understand the magnitude of how important this is. When I left my corporate job in the insurance business, worked for them for 13 years, climbed the corporate ladder from graduating college all the way to when I was 13 years later. I helped a company called Arthur J. Gallagher, publicly traded insurance brokerage firm, go from the 12th largest in the United States to the 3rd largest in the world. I was one of 6 chief financial officers for that brokerage, for that insurance brokerage. Helped people make a lot of money through mergers and acquisitions. I left that because it was a job. It was the beginner level. It wasn't the intermediate level where I'm building my own business. I left that to build my own businesses. Did a whole bunch of stuff. Lost a lot of money in bagel shops, laundromats, country clubs, bars, restaurants. Did a whole bunch of things. Blew all my money. Learned a lot of lessons and then landed on real estate. Then on real estate, opened up my brokerage, 4 offices in Greater Boston, 120 agents. But I was still trading time for money. Still trading time for money with 120 agents because the business owned me, I didn't own the business. And then I sold it all. Under this platform, I was able to scale an organization of now over 1,500 agents in all those countries with no risks, no liabilities, $85 a month. Can you believe that? Where are you gonna run a business where it gives you 7-figure income for $85 per month? How does it work? Imagine this. When you go to the bar later and you order your first, Modelo. It's the first time you ever tried a Modelo. I'm sure you guys have had it before, right? And you love Modelo. And then you tell your friends, go buy a Modelo. And from here on out, because I introduce you to that beer, they're gonna give me 1%. They're gonna give you 1% of the sale on that forever. Whether I buy the Modelo here in his bar, or whether I buy the Modelo in Tulum, Mexico, or Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, or in Toronto, Canada. Wherever, that's being paid to me 1%. So in this organization, you have the ability to get paid every time I bring in an agent that leverages the platform with training, tools, systems, coaching, to sell houses, to do whatever you have been doing, to sell commercial properties, sell global properties. Every agent that closes a transaction, they pay me 1% off of the top. On average. It's high on that, but I just to be conservative. So if you sold a $500,000 house on my team, the company pays me 1%. If the GCI is $12,500, every time they close the transaction, they pay me $125. Mailbox money. What if you have 1,000 agents doing that? There's how you can make, so I bring this back. How long will it take you to make $2 million, to get 12% dividend return to make $240,000 a year, okay? That's a reminder for you. Under this platform, Joe will tell you about it later. I can help you as well because I'm Joe's business partner, to be able to help agents sell more houses. And every time they do, you get paid 1% across the world. So to earn $240,000 per year passively, your organization will close 1,920 transactions annually, or 180 per month, or 6 per day for 27 days. when I found this platform, I said, I can do that. I can find one, and then I can find 2, and 3, and 4, and plug them into a system for $85 a month, more leads, more tools, more training, more support than I could ever provide. Okay? And after 2 years, I was able to do that part-time. About 2 hours a day. Just talking to agents and helping them and teaching them and training them. Like Garrick, like Spencer, like Andy. And they're still selling houses. And every time he closes the deal, they send me 1%. Every time Garrick closes the deal, they send me 1%. 1%. When he closes 50 transactions, that's 50 $125 checks. Wow, that's advanced. That's like you being able to walk into a McDonald's and McDonald's telling you from here on out, there are still people around the world, Spencer, who has not had a McDonald's hamburger. But if you introduce them to eat the McDonald's hamburger, every time they buy something, we'll send you a penny or $1. All right, and I was able to do that in 2 years, $240,000. I'm 4.5 years into it now. The residual is $500,000 a year, just on this platform. That's leveraging leverage. You see, because this is a publicly traded company, that the owners have hired 1,900 people, $7 million a month in payroll that I don't have to pay for. $7 million a month in payroll to help us build a business globally by leveraging leverage. All right? I'm done, see? I'm done in 5 minutes. The presentation for EXP Global, EXP Commercial, EXP Realty, we can share with you another time. I just teased you with the lifestyle. When I saw the business 4 years ago, I said, I'm good. You remember that? I said, I'm good. And then they asked me the same question I asked you. If you stop working tomorrow, okay, how much more days can you have with your family? Just put that off with me. Right? I'll close with this. You want to make 6-7 figures, and then what? Right, repeat that, right? And then what? Why not do that what now? Every one of us were born on a certain date, a certain hour, a certain minute, and a certain second. Every one of us will die on a certain day, a certain hour, a certain minute, a certain second. We're all different in that way. The one common thing that we have is our dash that goes on our tombstone or our obituary. My question for you, and I challenge you thinking here, is why not go home tonight, tomorrow morning, and write your dash? For the rest of your days on this beautiful planet, what are you going to do with that dash? How will you fill that in? Are they going to talk about how much Joe Lamb crushed it in real estate financing and how he made $1 billion on his tombstone? No. Or are they going to say how many lives did Joe Lamb change by putting a room together of agents who share ideas with one another to elevate and lift each other up so they can chase their dreams, so they can build their legacies, so they can live the life that they've already dreamt of now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's my challenge for you.
Thank you so much. And I don't know if you want to let the hand go. So we're going to have it drawn, but I'd like to have